So the rumors were true. If you haven't heard the rumors, there's been rumors all month that Nintendo is going to have a Nintendo Direct in July. And we're at the very, very end of July, literally the last day of July. And Nintendo, well, we're almost at the last day of July, and Nintendo was announced there is going to be a Direct, but there is a little catch to this Direct. And I think what's surprising people the most is the fact that, of course, with everything going on with the tsunamis and whatnot, people thought maybe this was not going to happen. But these are the kind of things that Nintendo usually has pre-recorded, so that's probably why they're still kind of going ahead. It's not anything that's live or anything like that. It is worth noting, just as a quick side note, I do want to kind of acknowledge the tsunamis that are going on. And of course, praying for all of those who are in that situation. It's not good. It's not a good situation. Obviously, massive floods, and those kind of floods are very destructive, especially around those regions. So definitely, praying for people's safety and whatnot, and ultimately, that people would come to an acknowledgement of their own sinfulness before a holy God and come to saving faith in Christ, because that is where we have eternal hope. Not just temporary hope. We're all going to die one day, but anyways, yeah. I know that was kind of deep, but I wanted to quickly acknowledge that before we jumped into this. So, what did Nintendo tweet out? This is what they tweeted out. They said, join us for a Nintendo Direct partner showcase. So there's kind of like the little catch to it. Tomorrow, July 31st. So again, literally the last day of July at 6 a.m. Pacific, which is going to be 9 a.m. Eastern time if you're on the East Coast. Tune in for roughly 25 minutes of information on upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch games from our publishing partners. So if you don't know what a partner showcase is, this could be stuff like my guess is we're going to see, one of the things we're going to see, probably Elden Ring, probably Final Fantasy VII remake, games like that. Any other third-party games that have not yet been released that we previously were aware about, those are probably going to be the ones we're going to see the most. Maybe some new reveals to some extent, hopefully. But that's kind of the question that I have for you guys is, out of the third-party games, right, which third-party game that has not been announced would you like to see make its way over to the Nintendo Switch 2? Now, with Borderlands 4 coming and with Battlefield 6 getting a multiplayer reveal trailer tomorrow as well in the afternoon, the question is, could there be a possibility that a Battlefield 6 version would come to Nintendo Switch 2? I don't know. I'm really not sure, because that game looks like it's probably going to be pretty intense graphically, and while the Switch 2 is a powerhouse, I don't know if it would be able to handle that the same way it could handle Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a little bit different in terms of graphics. It's a good looking game, but I don't know. They could probably pull it off, but again, there's a lot with obviously environmental destruction and stuff. But that's one game that comes to mind for me. But again, what is a third party game that you would love to see make its way over to the Nintendo Switch 2 and get revealed tomorrow? And again, they do say Nintendo Switch as well, so not just Switch 2. So if you don't have a Switch 2 yet, Switch 1 is still going to be available as well. So let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like, subscribe for more. Stick around for more Nintendo content. Until the next one, game on. See you guys later.